Hey guys, what's up? Todd Lamb here, alphanation.com, and today we are talking more about abs. Tell you what, I actually need to get back on it. I've been away for 3 weeks, as you know if you've been following me at the Nation site at alphanation.com. 3 weeks on the road, that is a long time. A little bit of variation, I was able to get into the gym for a couple of weeks, but then the last week I went completely off of the plan and was surfing for the last 7 days of that trip. And believe it or not, true to good spec operator form, as soon as we get in from a day out on the beach, you get into a few pints. There's nothing wrong with having pints. Listen, if you're on top of your nutrition plan, all you have to do is just think about what you're eating during the day. You've got plenty of room to have a couple pints at night. Maybe forgo the homemade coffee chocolate pie on hot fudge, whatever it was that these chefs were cooking up there. I changed it out for pints. So having said all that, I highly recommend Costa Rica if you haven't gone. But now, boys, it's time to get back to work in the donut shop. And we're going through a program of how to build your abs faster. And I can think of no other way than using rings. And I don't necessarily mean that you need to be up doing acrobatic flips, gymnast type stuff. We're going to keep it pretty basic. Although the moves that I'm going to show you today are a little bit more advanced. We'll scale a couple of them. And then the other one you're scaling in terms of time. So come on over to the rings. We'll get started on this workout. Okay, so for this abs workout, all we're going to do is use 3 different positions on the rings. And the reason that I love to use the rings is, first of all, it develops your entire trunk and it develops it in 360 degrees. Rings are multi-directional. You have to engage and keep tension in everything. And everybody in the training side of things knows that tension is ultimately what builds your muscles. The varying degrees of tension, your range of motion, the length of time you keep the muscle under tension. It is your muscles bank, basically. That's how it gets built, through tension. When you're on the rings, you absolutely must stay engaged. Not only that, there's an extremely close connection between the muscles and the mind. And the mind-muscle connection, when you're activating the central nervous system, the concentration between the mind and the muscles absolutely develop your central nervous system a lot faster. So we're going to do 3 exercises here. The first is going to be, we're going to get up into the top position, the top hold position, and then we're going to do an L-sit for time. Ideally, you're up to about 10 seconds. I'll also show you a quick version on how to scale that. You're going to do 3 sets of 10 seconds of L holds. If you can't, you can just bring up your knees. Come on up. So you're up into top position, toes pointed. All you're going to do is sit out and knees up to, or legs up to 90. You can do one leg to scale, or you can just do knees to scale it. 10 seconds, 3 times 10. I'm just going to adjust the rings now. I'll show you the next 2. Come on down. Okay, for the next exercise, it's called the ring rollout. If your rings are mounted where your feet can be up against the wall, that's even better. If not, no big deal. There's 2 versions of this, fully extended, and you're just going to roll out like you would and back. Same as if you had the roller, or if you're doing barbell rolls, you're just rolling out, staying engaged through the core the entire time. That's fairly an advanced movement. So if you're not ready for it, you're just down to your knees. Rolling out and back up. 3 by 10 of those. Okay, and last up is ring push-ups. Okay, same thing, You're stacked over top of, your shoulders are stacked over top of your hands, or your wrists. Up into the push-up position. Engage the core. Down, up, down, up. 3 by 10 of those. If you need to scale, knees go down. Up, up. Again, 3 by 10 of the push-ups. Come on up. Okay guys, that's a workout that's going to develop your abs a lot faster. The reason is because we're using rings, and rings require you to activate all of your muscles in 360 degrees, constant activation, constant tension. The more tension we can generate in through all of the abdominal muscles, rectus, the obliques, serratus, and then into the posterior chain where we talk about the erectors, and then the deep muscles, the multifidus. All of those things are being activated at once. An additional benefit to rings is the fact that they require you to be stable. On a pull-up bar, for example, you're pulling up, that bar is stable. You only are required to pull your body up to that position. Anything you're doing on the rings requires you to stabilize them. So it's constant tension throughout the trunk. That's why I like them so much. So, just as a refresher, the workout. You're getting up into the starting position, the top position in the rings. You're stacked, you're straight, toes pointed. Then you're going to bring your legs up into 90 degrees into the L position and hold for a minimum of 10 seconds. If you can't do 10 seconds yet, you can try doing a single leg. If you can't do a single leg yet for 10 seconds, just bring both legs back. So you're doing basically knee raises at that point, or holds. From there, you're going to lower the rings down to the ground. You're going to do the rollouts, 3 by 10. If you're not able to do 10, scale it. Go to the knees. That's the thing about rings. They are humbling, man. If you can't get her done, scale. There's nothing wrong with that. Believe me, the progression, the central nervous system activation will get you to where you want to go a lot quicker. But you've got to do it right and make sure you're not going to injure yourself. Finally, you're going to finish with 3 by 10 push-ups. I know you're thinking push-ups, well, that's chest and shoulders. Not when you're doing it with rings. It's everything. It is your trunk completely when you're doing it with rings. Okay, give that a shot. If you liked it, boys, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Out.